Hello and welcome to the Introduction to Technicals webinar for centres delivering technical qualifications in 2019. Today's webinar is designed to support you with the administration process for technical qualifications and provide key information to support your delivery. My name is Harriet Perry and I work in the Technicals Quality team. Let's take a look at what today's webinar will cover. So there will be an introduction to the Technicals Quality team, resources and support available, an overview of technical qualifications, key dates for delivery, registering and booking of learners, employer involvement requirements, moderation visits overview, what is the moderation portal, and there will be a live question and answer session at the end of the webinar. Here is the Technicals Quality team. The team is made up of 6 Quality Assurance Coordinators based in Wakefield. There's myself, Naomi Birch, Jane Carrington, Reese Bramall, George Tennant and Daniel Parker. The team is managed by Amy Grundy, who also manages the High Priority Qualifications team. The Technicals Quality team are here to support you with finding the right documents and information on the City and Guilds website, assisting with general queries about technical qualifications and the moderation process, assisting with queries around the examination process including exam timetables, results release and analysis and special arrangements, processing technical qualification approvals, and finally providing guidance on the moderation timelines and supporting with the moderation portal. As always, we are available by either email or phone, and we now have a new web chat service which is available for you to use via the Technicals Resources and Support page of our website. Here are some examples of the key documents available to you to ensure a successful delivery of technical qualifications this academic year. All of the documents are available for you to download from the Technicals Resources and Support page of the City and Guilds website. What is a technical qualification? Technical qualifications are designed for 14 to 19-year-olds as an equally rigorous vocational alternative to general qualifications. The content is designed to ensure that knowledge and understanding is directly relevant to practical or occupational problems. Technical qualifications are available at Key Stage 4, Level 2, and Key Stage 5, both Level 2 and 3. City and Guilds Level 3 technical qualifications carry UCAS points and are widely recognised by universities in the UK. Here we will look at the different components that make up a technical qualification. All technical qualifications have a synoptic assignment. This component contributes to 60% of the final grade. It is marked by the centre and then externally moderated by City and Guilds. Next we have the theory exam. This element contributes 40% to the final grade. Unlike the synoptic, the theory exam is externally set and externally marked. For Key Stage 5 technical qualifications, there is the employer involvement component. Centres develop their own employer involvement programme, which is quality assured by City and Guilds. Although this element does not contribute to the overall grade, this unit must be achieved in order for the learner to gain the qualification. Technical qualifications also include centre assessed components. These are externally set, mandatory and optional units, which are externally moderated by City and Guilds. Again, these units don't contribute to the overall grade, but must be achieved in order for the learner to gain the qualification. Here we can see in closer detail what the synoptic assignment and theory exam involve. The synoptic assignment draws from skills and knowledge from the breadth of the qualification and allows the learner to apply this in a practical setting. The theory exam contains questions which will draw on critical knowledge across the qualification content. This is a snapshot of the technical qualifications key dates. This is an overview of the academic year and outlines when the deadlines fall within the year. This is a really useful tool to track your progress throughout the year and to use as a reminder for key deadlines such as the Synoptic Evidence Upload deadline. It's really useful to have a checklist on display on your desk to keep track of what important events are coming up. All learners studying technical qualifications need to be registered on their qualification and booked for all assessments that make up the rules of combination. All registrations and bookings are made through Walled Garden. We have both a guidance document and a helpful how-to video on the Technicals Resources and Support page of the website. Our Centre Support team are also on hand to assist with registering and booking your learners. The deadline for registering learners was the 1st of November, so if you still need to make registrations, please get in touch with us as soon as possible. Rules of combination show which components a learner must be booked on and achieve to gain the qualification. The rules of combination for each qualification can be found on the relevant qualification page of the catalogue on Walled Garden. There is a handy tool which allows you to select the units you are going to book for your learners, and the tool will tell you if the rules of combination have been met. The rules of combination are also available in each of the qualification handbooks, which are located on the City and Guilds website. Here we have a closer look at rules of combination using the Level 3 Advanced Technical Diploma in Animal Management. The rules of combination outline which theory exam, synoptic assignment, mandatory units, employer involvement and optional units need to be booked in order for this qualification to be achieved. It is really important that you check to make sure each of your learners have the necessary units booked, because missing units will result in your learners not achieving the qualification. Some technical qualifications have multiple pathways, which allows learners to specialise within a certain area. If you have learners on technical qualifications that have multiple pathways, it is really important that you ensure all units that make up that pathway are booked. If units are booked for a learner from different pathways, rules of combination won't be met, and this will result in the qualification not being achieved. On the example shown, we can see the same qualification with two different pathways and how the units differ depending on which pathway your learner has chosen to undertake. Sometimes learners will step up from one qualification to another, for example, from a 540 qualification to a 1080 one. If this is the case, some of the units on the 1080 may have already been achieved and won't need booking again. However, you will need to ensure that any units that haven't been achieved before are booked. This also applies to employer involvement. If employer involvement has been achieved under the 540 qualification, it will still need to be booked under the 1080 qualification as the unit codes are different. In these instances, it's really important to check the rules of combination to ensure you have all the necessary units. Employer involvement forms a key part of Key Stage 5 technical qualifications. It gives learners the opportunity to work with real employers and helps bridge the gap between education and employers. Although this unit does not form part of the final grade, it is a mandatory component. Employer involvement activities must be relevant to the qualification in order to count as meaningful. Centres need to submit a copy of their employer involvement planner for all technical qualifications for review to the email address noted on this slide by Monday the 3rd of February 2020. Once the activities have been undertaken, the completed planner and tracker must then be uploaded to the moderation portal, along with evidence that all learners have completed at least one activity by Friday the 12th of June 2020. This is an example of our employer involvement planner and tracker document. As I mentioned previously, the planning section will need to be complete and submitted for review by Monday the 3rd of February 2020. You will need to list details of the employers who will be involved and details of the activity plus the date it will take place. The section on the right must be completed once the activity has taken place and uploaded to the moderation portal by Friday the 12th of June 2020. The declaration must also be filled in prior to upload. Please refer to the Employer Involvement Centre guidance document on the Technicals Resources and Support page for further information on what counts as meaningful employer involvement. For some technical qualifications, practical evidence captured is the main indicator for candidate performance. It is therefore vital that tutors capture quality evidence during the practical assessment. For these qualifications, the remote moderation process will be supported with a visit to the centre by the moderator. This isn't required for all technical qualifications. A full list of qualifications which require a moderation visit can be found on the Technicals Resources and Support page on the City and Guilds website. During a moderation visit, the moderator will observe and ensure that evidence gathered by the tutor during the practical sections of the synoptic assessment is sufficient, valid and reliable enough to support any subsequent marking or moderation of the synoptic assessments. A moderation visit also allows the independent collection of evidence by the moderator, providing a benchmark against which to compare the tutor-produced evidence, especially where photographic evidence cannot provide valid or complete backing to support tutor evidence. Please do note that the moderation visit is not an opportunity for the moderator to give feedback on the accuracy of centre marking, or to comment on whether candidates are likely to pass or fail. Now some information on arranging a moderation visit. Moderators should observe a minimum sample of 6 candidates. Where there are less than 6 candidates in a cohort, then all learners should be observed. The Technicals Quality team will allocate a moderator to each centre. The moderator will contact the centre to arrange a date for the visit. The moderator will provide the centre with a moderation visit sample confirmation form. The centre will return the completed form to the moderator with their sample of candidates to be observed. The visit will take place within the synoptic assessment window. Once the visit has taken place, the centre will receive a moderation visit feedback form. What is the moderation portal? The moderation portal is a secure online dedicated platform designed to support centres and moderators with the electronic transfer of candidate marks and evidence for moderation. Centres are required to upload marks or grades for all candidates, plus a sample of evidence for each assessment component to the portal in line with the key deadlines. The 15th of May 2020 is the deadline for submitting marks and evidence to the moderation portal for synoptic assignments. The 12th of June 2020 is the deadline for submitting evidence to the moderation portal for optional assignments and any other centre-assessed components, if applicable, and employer involvement for Key Stage 5 qualifications. An important point to mention, the portal shows all candidates registered and booked through the walled garden for technical qualifications. If you have not booked all relevant units of assessment as per the rules of combination, they will not show on the portal, resulting in your centre not being able to submit your marks and evidence to the moderator. The candidate would not meet the rules of combination in this instance, so it is important to check all records once the moderation portal opens. There are a number of resources available to support you with preparation for the moderation portal. These include the Moderation Portal Centre User Guide, Moderation Portal Networking Events, the dates of which will be confirmed shortly, Requirements for Uploading Evidence, Marking and Moderation Guide, and generic and recording forms for each qualification. The Technicals Quality team are here to help. We are available Monday to Friday between 8:30 and 5, and you can contact us via email, phone or the web chat function we discussed earlier. Please note the contact details for our centre support team. We also have a team of technical advisors who are industry experts and available to provide qualification-specific support for any queries you may have. Their details can be found on our website. We run a number of support webinars and events throughout the year to cover all aspects of technical qualifications, from onboarding and planning to delivery and assessment. Please check the events section of our website for details of upcoming events. Thank you for joining us today. We will now be holding a live question and answer session. If you have any queries, please type them into the box on the right-hand side and we will be happy to provide answers.